Hey, it's Aaron the Ho from Mobilereviews-eh.ca, and today we are going to do the review for the Amzer Crusta for the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus. Now this is a tough case and most of it's made out of glass, which is pretty awesome. Now you wouldn't think that tough iPhone case and glass would be in the same sentence, but Amzer has somehow done it, and I really like this case. Now, I'll be honest with you, despite the fact that this is one of my most favorite cases, I didn't score it that high because there are some flaws to this entire design. Now, the best part of the Crusta is the tempered glass back and the edge-to-edge tempered screen protector. These glass parts make it a joy to use your iPhone inside the case. It exposes the full beauty of your iPhone without really sacrificing the protection. The only thing that annoys me about this case is the TPU bumper. It comes off quite easily, and after a week of using this case, it seems to show wear and tear a little quicker than other cases. Based on our time with this case, we gave it a score of 3.8 A's out of 5. It scores lower than your Ballistic Hardcore, but higher than the OtterBox Defender, the Griffin Survivor All-Terrain, Casemate Tough Extreme, and Zerolemon Protector. If you need all the details for this case, check out the review table, and if you're wondering how this case scores against other cases, check out our comparison tool. If you'd rather listen to me talk about those differences, stay tuned to the end of the video where I quickly go through the differences between a bunch of tough cases.
Real usage, real reviews. Mobilereviews-eh.ca.
At Mobilereviews-eh.ca, we base our reviews on actual usage. So when a case manufacturer says that their case is tough, we actually go see if it actually is tough. With the Amzer Crusta, they say you can drop it from 6 feet, and we did, and we were actually very surprised to learn that from an edge drop, the back of the case doesn't actually crack, which is kind of surprising. It was really surprising to us. How about drops with the glass facing downward? Well, I don't know. It seems like, okay, fine. Dropping it 4 feet glass back first, well, the back cracks. How about the screen protector? Well, dropping it from about 3 to 4 feet. It didn't fare very well either. But the iPhone is fine, so again, I'm not too concerned. It is a tough case. So yeah, real usage, real reviews. Let's get on to the review. In terms of design, this case will more than double the thickness of your iPhone, but you really don't notice the thickness since the back panel sits recessed by about 1/4 inch, so it doesn't feel bulky like the Griffin Survivor. In terms of installation, the case is easy to install, really painful to take apart, as you may have noticed in our drop video. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but trying to pry the case apart is pretty awful. The screen protector isn't attached to the front of the case, so you have to take some extra time to install that yourself, but Amzer has definitely figured out how to install that screen protector as easy as possible. In terms of build quality, this is where the Crusta kind of falls on its face for the plastic bits, not the glass bits, the plastic bits. The TPU bumper is pretty loose. You can easily lift it off the ridge with your fingers. Taking it out of the belt holster will also lift the bumper out of the ridge as well. I do feel that the quality of the TPU bumper is a bit lacking, as the flaps covering the hardware ports has shown considerable wear and tear on my case, and I've really only used it for about a week. In terms of drop protection, this case is droppable from 6 feet, no problem. Your iPhone's going to be fine. Again, we were very surprised that the glass back did not crack during the edge drops. The Amzer Crusta won't provide much water resistance, as there are no membranes to keep water out and the ports aren't completely covered, and there's a giant hole by the camera and the flash. There isn't a seal between the front panel of the case as well as the screen protector, so water is just going to come gushing in if you decide to go swimming with it. In terms of screen protector, Amzer does provide an edge-to-edge tempered glass screen protector. This edge-to-edge means it extends past the touchable area of the case. The screen protector by itself on the iPhone is a little weird since, there's an extra edge, but we were able to use the screen protector with other cases like the Cedo Dialex Pro. Now, as you saw earlier, the glass screen protector isn't invincible, though ours did crack or kind of shatter right beside the edge-to-edge portion of the screen protector, so I'm a little curious. I don't know if the center part of the case would be any better. I'm not quite sure how I would find out, or I could just, drop it again. Well, that was not good. So yeah, right along the inside, again, we kind of missed. It's really hard to aim your phone to a rock down there, but the screen protector definitely did shatter a bit more. Towards the middle of the case, it's still going to break, and from that case, the back really took a beating. In terms of accessing your iPhone through the Amzer Crusta, it's really, really awesome. It's so very, very awesome. In fact, out of the half dozen cases that we reviewed, the Crusta gets the highest scores for accessing your iPhone inside the case. Now, if I had to be picky, the port covers are a little tough to get to, but the hardware cutouts are large enough to handle larger third-party accessories. Accessing your mute switch is a little different, as all you have to do is move this button up and down. The glass and rubber edges make it really easy to handle your iPhone inside the Crusta. The glass screen protector is pretty incredible, as it doesn't add any reflections. It's not sticky like some other glass screen protectors, and is fairly fingerprint resistant. Now, I'm a pretty big fan of this case, and you know that if I'm a fan of the case, I will go to some pretty extreme lengths to destroy it, as you can tell with this Amzer Crusta and this iPhone 6 Plus. If you're thinking about getting this case, one of the best features, and I don't really rate against this because you can always find cases at different prices, on their website, this case is only $45. So you get 6-foot drop protection, you get awesome functionality of your iPhone inside the case, and a belt holster for $45. That's a great deal. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe. We produce 2 to 3 videos, sometimes more, definitely not less, videos a week, doing product reviews, news, as well as tips and tricks. Now, if you do like what we do at Mobile Reviews-eh, do consider supporting us on Patreon, because stuff like this is expensive. Amzer didn't give us this case. We did ask them many times, and we made videos about it. And people have sent in the videos on our behalf, and we still didn't get the case. So, you know, I had to go buy 2 of these myself and risk breaking my iPhone in it. So do consider helping us out so that we can be around for, you know, other devices. Now, we definitely recommend the Crusta over the Defender, though the screen protector on the Defender is a little tougher than the glass one on the Crusta, but just sucks accessing your iPhone through the Defender. If you're looking for something with a bit more water and dust resistance, the Griffin Survivor All-Terrain, with its fully covered membranes and whatnot, is probably the case to get. And if you're looking for something tougher than the Amzer Crusta, then do check out the Ballistic Hardcore. Now, if you don't need extreme wet water resistance or extreme drop protection, you just want a decent day-to-day case, Amzer Crusta, I would definitely get one. Now, shout-outs to Lapita, Christian, Isabello, Matthew Sweetman, Ralph Hernandez, Gerald Tan, Jack McClay, Nick Malarius, Bertowin, and Stephanie Brower. I'm really sorry if I butchered that name. Thank you guys for suggesting this case to review. Greatly appreciate it, so here it is. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to answer them, or you can ask them on the other social media platforms that we're on, like the Instagram, like the Google+, like the Facebook, and like the Twitter. And I don't know why I added the in front of all those social media platforms. Thank you for watching. Everybody just decide to stop, start dancing, start moving. Who the hell is stomping on the ground? Do these people not fucking work? Stop moving and just sit down and start typing. Like, Jesus. So right now, I'm not talking. No one is moving right now. But the moment I start recording, they're going to start, I don't know, start doing a train of some sort. I don't know, roll on the ground, wearing metal studded jackets or something. I really don't know. Are they dragging dead people? Are they dragging dead people with like tassels hanging off their bodies?